Papa YouTube family? It's your boy Dwight. Welcome back to the channel, Silverback Siage. Hope all is well with everybody. First off, do me a huge favor. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And punch that bell icon so you can be notified when I post new content. Where you know for a fact that I couldn't allow summer to roll in and just give y'all the designer fragrances for the summer. I got to give you that top shelf. It's your boy. Keep it locked. Well, let's get right down to the nitty gritty. First on my list of top shelf summer offerings is from Bond number 9, and it's Odie, New York. It's been a while since I smelled this one. Now, what do you get with this one? It's fresh floral and citrus, a little spicy and green. With your top notes, you get petitgrain and neroli with some bergamot in there. One is very, very popular in the house of Bond number 9 when it comes to actually the summer when it gets real, real hot. This is one, though, I will say scent profile-wise, it makes me wonder how much I actually love neroli. But, of course, it smells good enough to make this list. Because the neroli petitgrain mix here kind of gives you a little bit of an earthy vibe. It's very, very green. So this is be good in spring, being right now, and will flex over into the summer. And as it begins to dry down, you get musk, which is basically a featured note in almost all Bond number 9s. They're known for having musk in their offerings. And more green as it begins to dry down. Very, very fresh and uplifting scent, though. Next one. From Maison Francis Kurkdjian, and we have Aqua Celestial Cologne Forte. And they got so many Fortes and Colognes and Celestials in their fragrance collection. You have to actually look at the bottle just to know which one you're talking about here. This one here, first off, I love this blue bottle. I believe it's awesome. This one's here heavy on the citrus and the bergamot and musk and blackcurrant with this one. Performs excellent when it's real, real hot. But this is also a fragrance that the wind takes your sillage a long way. And it's not a crazy projector, but I will say the wind does this one justice for sure. Very, very fresh, clean fragrance that has a little bit of fruits as it begins to dry down. A little bit of a mimosa vibe. Next one. From Mizensir, or Mizensir, however you say it, Odie John gingerbre. One that I picked up late last year in the fall time, if I'm not mistaken, on my anniversary trip to Houston. This one here, Alberto Mariez put his foot and borrowed some feet to put in this one. Very, very fresh, out to hit it as far as the open, fresh, clean smell. Does also have some neroli and petitgrain in it. But to me, the bergamot pops stronger than the neroli within reason. But as it dries down, you get some woods, a little bit of a green leafy vibe. And even though from what I see, aldehydes aren't listed in there, but to me, it gives a little bit of a fizzy pop. But you definitely can't forget about the ginger, which is what reigns supreme throughout the entirety of the scent being on your skin. Next one. Creed's Virgin Island Water. Now, I've had this 10 ml sample for going on 2 years now. I love this scent profile with the coconut and the rum and it's like a coconut water, coconut milk accord, so it's real strong with the coconut. The rum is very, very prevalent. You get a few fruits in there and some bergamot. As it dries down, you get some tonka bean and some musk. But one thing about this 10 ml sample that I got from Scent Split that proved to me that you don't have to have a 100 ml bottle on every single bottle that you get, especially when you have a scent profile that's more situational than every day as far as your collection is concerned. And the bigger your collection is, the more samples can last because you won't be using them every day. I do definitely plan to get me a bottle. I don't know if I'm going to do 50 ml or 100 ml when I do get a bottle of Virgin Island water, but this 10 ml sample will be in heavy rotation this summer, and that'll kind of make my mind up. But it's one I definitely recommend you get you a sample, get your nose on to see if you like that vibe. Vacation in a bottle, if you will. Next one. To the house of Roja, my favorite house as of right now, overtook bond number 9, and that's Elysium. Parfum Cologne. Now this one here, I'm not going to read you every single note because I'll be reading the rest of my life. But what you do get in this here is fresh, is citrus, often compared to Aventus. To me, doesn't smell a whole lot like Aventus, besides the fact that you got some fruits with some muskiness in there. You got grapefruit, you got lemon, you got lime, you got bergamot, just to name a few. As it goes on, that black currant and that lavender comes to the forefront, and then as it dries down, you get some musk and a slew of other notes with very, very little of a vanilla vibe. One, to me, that is a staple if you're willing to go ahead and spend the premium money to get you a Roja product, and I also recommend getting it on discounters versus paying retail. It's one that, to me, will always be in my collection. Next one, another one that is compared to Aventus a lot, but I don't believe it smells exactly like it, and that's the Draft by Mancera. To me, awesome for the summer. Sometimes you get the screw cap, sometimes you get the magnetic cap. The new ones come with the magnetic cap. But what do you get with this one? To me, you get black currant, you get some Sicilian lemon in that opening, and a little spicy. But to me, where Creed Aventus goes smoky with the birch wood, this one to me has a leather vibe that kind of gives you a smoky nuance to kind of trick your nose into thinking there's some smokiness there, but it's more like the leather. And that's what, to me, separates this from Aventus. You get some of that lemon, pineapple-y vibe in the beginning, but it's not pineapple. It's actually lemon and black currant. Dries down with that lemon that gives you that smoky vibe and a little bit of vanilla and some oak moss. So yeah, you get a little bit of musk and some greens there. Awesome for the summer. Next one. We're going back to the house of bond number 9 with Centerpiece for him. Centerpiece. To me, this is one of my most complimented fragrances in my entire collection. So let's start there. It's a compliment monster. To me, once again, as you can see, a theme probably in this list is I have a lot of offerings in my summer list that resemble Aventus or compared to Aventus. It is a scent DNA that I like a lot. But with this one, I don't find it to be exactly like Aventus in the instance of you do have the pineapple along with the fact that Aventus has pineapple. But this one here gives you more of a black currant blast throughout the lifetime of this fragrance. You get your musk, which is signature for a bond number 9 with some patchouli and moss in the dry down. Very, very long-lasting scent, and the sillage is crazy on this one. I'm talking arm length and a half, 2 arm lengths, plus it keeps the scent bubble and lasts on your clothes forever. Get your nose on that one. Next one, we're actually going to go ahead and go to the house of Creed with the Ventus Cologne. Another highly complimented fragrance in my collection. Now, where Creed Aventus actually goes with pineapple in the opening, this one has a mandarin orange opening. Smells very, very similar to Creed Aventus, almost like the younger brother, so to speak. To me, it's fresher. You get the ginger pop along with that mandarin orange in the opening versus pineapple and bergamot. You get some pink pepper in there, but as it dries down, you get the birch slightly. Not really smoky at all. It just lets you know that there's a woody vibe hanging out in the background with some musk and some styrax. Definitely get you a sample to check that one out. As they used to say when we used to hoop, right back ain't cheating. I'm actually going with Creed Aventus this summer. While this is my favorite fragrance in my entire collection, the scent profile and the scent DNA, but just the fragrance itself, even though it's rumored not to last as long as it used to, I love the scent profile, that pineapple, that bergamot in there with the birch dry down. Get some woods, you got some black currant in there. But one thing I will say about this scent profile versus all the ones that are inspired by, as far as it's concerned, or directly cloning it, so to speak, it never has mastered, nobody's never mastered the nuance of this fragrance and how smooth it is. And it's hard to beat the original. You can always try to imitate it, but you normally can't beat it. Now, I had that before listed actually in my fall offerings, I want to say. And after I got a chance to wear it a little bit more, I realized to me it'd be more in the front, and it would come to the forefront more when you're in a good mood, dressed for hot weather, and enjoying an Aventus scent profile. Second to last, we're going to the house of Killian with Roses on Ice. Now, this one right here, stunner when it's hot. You get a gin tonic mojito type of vibe out of it. Very, very warm weather friendly. Killian actually does awesome when it comes to mixing in booze into their fragrances. What you do get with this one though, you get a cucumber vibe in that opening that mixes in well with the juniper berry that gives you that gin tonic vibe with some lime. And then as it dries down, the rose comes in, and I'm not exactly for sure which rose it is. When I look at the notes, it says Rosa Cinefolia, but that's on Profumo. I don't know what they say on the other fragrance websites. But base notes, you do get a musky dry down with some creamy sandalwood. This one here is warm weather certified, whether you indoors or outdoors. You going to the family barbecue, moving around, traveling out of town, that's one I recommend you get your nose on. Get you a sample of that one. It's awesome. And one of my wife's favorites. And at the #1 spot this year for my top shelf summer niche offerings, I'm going back to the house of Mancera with Sicily. Now this one right here is the screw on top, not the magnetic, so it's one of the older bottles. This one here, every fruit you've ever walked past in a supermarket is in this fragrance. I mean, fruits, and more fruits. Citrus, fruity, fresh, floral, all of those nuances you get with it. But if you look at the top notes for this one, you got bergamot, you got grapefruit, you got mandarin orange, peach, apple, pineapple, just to name a few. Which is all of those. You can actually smell each and every one of those fruits in the opening of this fragrance here. To me, it's my favorite summer scent in my entire collection. It's one that no matter where I wear it, no matter what I'm wearing, from a white tee to a tuxedo, compliments come rolling in. And it's extremely unisex. So it's one that you and your lady can both wear. It's going to do something different on her skin than it does on yours. Longevity for Mancera products, period, 10+ hours. I've never smelled anything or actually owned anything, let me say it like that, that when I put it on my skin and on my clothes didn't give me 10+ hours. So if beast mode is what you're looking for, and the fact that in most cases in the summertime, the top notes of fruity fragrances actually burn off really, really quick because they're volatile, Mancera knows how to not only give you a fresh fragrance, put plenty of fruits in it, and give you longevity and sillage. So 2 thumbs up to the guy that makes the Mancera fragrances. That concludes my summer 2023 list of the top shelf fragrances. What are some of the fragrances that you actually plan to put in heavy rotation this summer? Leave a comment in the comments. If there's something that you own that you think I need to get my nose on or should have made this list, let your boy know what it is. But that's my time. Have fun this summer. Peace.